What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, one huge question that's been on every Marvel fan's mind, and since Marvel Studios announced Secret Wars, is who would be the big bad of the conclusion of the Multiverse Saga. Typically, when doing a Secret Wars story, you involve Doctor Doom, the main villain from the 1980s run, and the 2015 Jonathan Hickman run. And if you guys have read that story, you understand why Doctor Doom is so important to the narrative and the iconic imagery. But as time has gone on and we've moved one film after another closer to Secret Wars, it's pretty apparent that what they're going to do is swap Doctor Doom with Kang for the end of the Multiverse Saga, something that I'm not sure sits right with me, but we've still got plenty of film and time for them to explore that character and lead to an ultimate conclusion. Now, no one can deny looking back at Wakanda Forever and the way that certain elements of that film were edited, it surely looks like the rumored Doctor Doom involvement may have been a subplot for Vibranium, leaving hope that there's a plan for that character in the future of the MCU and sometime soon. And that's where we find today's breaking headline that Josh Hartnett has been offered the role of Doctor Doom. We're going to talk about which editorial this is coming from because there was some confusion on where the originator of the source was, what they said during the article, and try to talk about this in context of the film Fantastic Four, whether or not Galactus will be a part of it too, and what this all means for, again, the end of the Multiverse Saga. We're breaking it down, the latest rumor that Josh Hartnett has been offered the role of Doctor Doom. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report like we're covering today and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one's just a month away. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment on this video. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this broke late yesterday over at Giant Freaking Robot under the headline exclusive Josh Hartnett offered Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four, where they go on to report, quote, "He helped make the bomb and now he may take down Marvel's first family. Our trusted and proven sources tell us that before the SAG-AFTRA strike began, Josh Hartnett was officially offered the role of Marvel's Doctor Doom. If Hartnett says yes, however, he won't be in the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot for very long. Our sources say that if Josh Hartnett should say yes to the role, his part in Fantastic Four will be a relatively small one, but that his appearance will be longer and carry much more weight in subsequent projects. We don't know if this means that Hartnett's appearance will be the amount of teasing a cameo like Thanos in multiple films before 2018's Avengers Infinity War, or if Doctor Doom will at least appear in a scene or two of Fantastic Four before graduating to the big bad of another project like Jonathan Majors in Loki and then in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania." Now, they go on to talk about why this is an interesting choice, some of the other names that have come up, but it is very interesting that they took this scoop and made sure to put it in the context of everything else we've heard about the Fantastic Four. And as of right now, Galactus is the major big bad, not leaving much room for Doctor Doom at all. And my honest take when reading this, because the article goes on to continue to talk about Doctor Doom's role in the first Fantastic Four films, how he's a classic Fantastic Four villain, how there's not much room for him right now, is that if he's only showing up for a quick little tease, that really feels like the Marvel post-credit scene to me, something they've just continued to do with Reckless Abandon in Phase 4. Hey, you've watched the whole film, how about we tease a brand new character at the end without telling you where they're showing up again or tying them to the MCU in any way? I assume they're just keeping that MO, so if we're expecting Doctor Doom, don't expect a lot. Like I said, true fans want him to be the villain of Secret Wars as he always has been, and this might leave the door ever so slightly open for that, but by all accounts it's Kang. Now, one other quick thing I want to say is I always tell you guys to take these sort of casting rumors with a grain of salt, and as we've seen for the Fantastic Four, and as I mentioned in a video days ago, there's been about 35 to 40 names that have been floated for the only 4 roles in Fantastic Four. They can't all be true. They are rumors. But I have to say, as someone who's been re-reporting on the Marvel rumor mill now for 5 years, every single day or more, who's seen all these sources and the scoops that they've published, Giant Freaking Robot has flown under the radar. They have nailed some absolute banger scoops and months and years before they've been announced. So keep it in rumor mill territory, but also keep in mind that this source has a trusted track record, and we have not been hearing any other names about Doctor Doom casting at all, let alone we haven't been hearing anything about Doctor Doom. Now, I think for that very reason, this becomes, well, sort of hard to understand. Where in the world is there room in a Fantastic Four film for Galactus, one of his heralds that isn't Silver Surfer, and then eventually Doctor Doom? And then taking one step back, in a multiverse saga that seems to be dominated by the Council of Kings, where is there room for Doctor Doom in any of that? But keep in mind, those scenes during Moon Knight Season 1 are for sure Latveria, and with a couple of other Easter eggs, perhaps a erased subplot for Vibranium and Doctor Doom during Wakanda Forever, this is something that Marvel Studios has had the long view on. They've been setting this up for a while. So while it sounds crazy to say this, and that Doctor Doom may show up and then not be the big bad of Secret Wars the way he has in the comics, perhaps Marvel Studios' plan for Victor Von Doom stretches far beyond what's going on in the Multiverse Saga, far beyond Secret Wars, so perhaps for a Secret Wars 2. You have to imagine the Fantastic Four story isn't going to be completely wrapped up by the end of the Multiverse Saga. They're just showing up in about a year before that movie comes out, a year or two. They're going to keep their roles, they're going to keep having movies in the MCU, alongside the Mutant Saga and the X-Men, and perhaps it's in that future, again, a long-term build towards this character that they're planning for. So eventually when we do get Doctor Doom as a main foe, he's been in multiple films like Thanos has been before. Again, it sounds so crazy to say Secret Wars, no Doctor Doom. It's so crazy to me, but they've gone all in definitely on Kang at this point, and unless they're going to defeat him in Kang Dynasty and then move to Secret Wars and do Doctor Doom, you just have to imagine there's not enough films, there's not enough places for them to build out that story. Even with the Easter eggs from Moon Knight and Latveria, there's just so much to do with that character. I do think it's crazy to hear Josh Hartnett's name, though, brought up, and after all these years, with his immediate revival during Oppenheimer, he was in that film if you guys didn't see it, and they did mention that lightly during this article, that his sort of renaissance may be due to that, but keep in mind, with the way that the strikes have been going, one wouldn't have been able to come before the other. So unless the role was offered pre-strikes, as they say in this article, then it wouldn't have been done during the strikes, and won't be apparently for quite some time, leaving us in the same place we've been now for months. We won't be able to confirm any of this, not only until Marvel Studios makes an official announcement, but until they're able to resolve the actors and writers strike that's still currently going with no end in sight in Hollywood. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. What are you thinking? Josh Hartnett as Doctor Doom, would you buy into that? Where do you want to see him show up as a villain? And do you agree with me it's absolutely crazy to do any kind of Secret Wars without Doctor Doom being the villain? I am all ears in the comments as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. The next one coincides with Loki's finale. We've also got 2 more for the Marvels and Echo and whatever else comes out. So if you want to be entered to win, all the same rules will apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you guys checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.